All right, good evening. It is September 8th, time for our meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, the roll call will show that all members are present for this evening's meeting. We're going to start with a Carroll County Growth Partnership update.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and council members. Thank you for letting me be here tonight. I know you have a short agenda, so I will get on with it so you can go home. So a few highlights from the Chamber and the Carroll County Growth Partnership and Hub 712. I'll start with the Chamber. So as you know, our Live and Local series has been going on this summer and it's been going great. July remains our month where we have the largest attendance and it was quite full. It's really fun to see families and folks of all ages down at the Depot Park. And this summer was fun with having businesses celebrate their milestone anniversaries with us at Live and Local. We had a couple of businesses that had 75th anniversaries, and I know you've probably been hearing the buzz around town and on Facebook and just as you are out and about, but there's really a lot of businesses that are having huge milestone anniversaries, and it's just really fun to hear about the legacy businesses that built Carroll County and their stories and that longevity and those generational businesses as well. So that's Live and Local. Our Leadership Institute is starting back up this month, and we'll be launching that again with 25 participants from our local employers. It gives our participants an in-depth look at behind the scenes with our city and county government and our businesses and organizations. So it's a great opportunity for those folks to learn a lot more about Carroll County, what we're all about, and what built Carroll County, and how one of the favorite sessions is, Lori, you do it well, the City of Carroll session about how things run and your budget and how all the things that go into that. So that they always tell us that that's one of their favorites. Another event that continues on and goes well is our Friday morning chamber coffees. We have a lot of people that attend those, a great networking event, and it's a place where we celebrate business anniversaries again, business expansions, new business startups. So it's just a good opportunity for folks to get together, and our calendar is usually pretty full throughout the year with those events. The downtown assessment that we conducted, the chambers took the leadership on that initiative. And from that, as you know, the Carroll branding program came out of that. And the new logo, we've been working on downtown signage. We've been working on wayfinding signs. However, we found out from the Iowa DOT that we're going to be very limited on wayfinding through the community, unfortunately, because Highway 30 is a scenic byway. So that is kind of been disappointing. There's been some organizations that have contacted us about signage that's needed, and we're limited. So that we're working on it to see what we can do and if there's any workarounds. But that's the DOT is that's a pretty firm stance for them.
When did that come up? I guess because that was like the biggest thing was getting those wayfinding signs.
Probably a couple of months ago, through conversations with the DOT. So, again, those conversations continue on, but their rules when it comes to the scenic byways are pretty staunch. Wouldn't you agree, Aaron, on that?
Yes.
Okay, continuing with the downtown assessment. The city grant program for facades came out of that downtown assessment. That program has been very well received and utilized by our downtown businesses. The grant programs, another one that came out of that was being able to do that emergency catalyst grant for pennies, so that's really where it started. But all in all, we're well over $1.5 million in private investment and grants going into our downtown district. So I think that's remarkable, and folks are seeing facades that have been done are in the process of being done, and it'll be fun to see some more facade improvements starting to take place. So it really is creating a vibe downtown that we've been striving for and really calling attention to our downtown. And you probably have heard about our Taste It Tuesdays. That's been a really good program that we launched. We have fun with it, but while we're having fun, we're also getting a huge amount of views on Facebook where folks are viewing those, they're sharing them, a lot of good interaction on Facebook. So that's our intention, is to really elevate and highlight those restaurants and eateries that we have in Carroll. Our candidate forum will be on October 21st, 7:00 p.m. at the Rec Center, so that is scheduled. And so again, October 21st at the Rec Center, 7 p.m. And coming up on October 4th is our Carroll Band Day. So this will be our 68th year for this event, this parade, inviting bands from our regional area to attend and be with us on that day. And we also have about 70 to 80 businesses that make entries in that parade and are involved in that as well. Moving on to the Carroll County Growth Partnership highlights, the CCGP grant program. We launched that again this year. Since 2023, we've given out 35 grants totaling $40,000. Those grants are funded by private investment, and they're catalyzing facade programs and business growth projects. Our business retention and expansion program goes on, and we're doing visits. Some of the things that we're hearing is that we've been able to identify businesses that do plan on doing future expansions, so that's always encouraging. Some of them are waiting, some of them are in a wait mode, looking at the economy and some political things like that, but they still identify the desire to expand. It's always good to hear a business say that when they have other locations outside of Carroll or outside of Iowa, Carroll is one of our best locations. The workforce here is the best that we have. We wish we could duplicate what we have here in our other locations. So that's very encouraging and really speaks highly of Carroll. Having said that, we do also hear that one of their number one concerns is workforce and the talent of that workforce as things shift and go to robotics and things like that. So that does remain to be an issue for them. A number two issue is affordable workforce housing. So just repeating the things that they voiced to us. So our key takeaways from those visits so far has been, as an economic development organization, how can we better support our employers with the training that they need for their employees, and also growing and strengthening our communities to attract talent. So fortunately, Carroll County is full of vibrant, small communities that are well taken care of, that have places for people to live, to build empty lots, to build on, things like that. So not every county can say that. So we're fortunate in that way that we have a county that is well taken care of with a lot of pride. So we want to continue that, and so that we can track that workforce. Our county labor shed study is being completed. That is in partnership with Iowa Workforce Development. That brings data to us showing commuting patterns, where people come from, where do our people leave, the inflow and outflow of folks during the day to work. It helps us with retention and attraction, and it's used by developers, employers, policymakers, and so forth. Leadership and advocacy. We are in the midst of planning our Access Washington trip. This gives the people that go with us direct access to our congressional delegation and federal agencies. We always focus on rural health care. Our hospital administrators always go with us. Those are always very meaningful meetings. I know they have other opportunities to go to DC, but what we've learned is the more you're in front of those folks, getting to know them, they get to know your face, they get to hear those stories over and over again. It really does make a difference. Some other things that we're working on with Beck Seeds, we're working on an advocacy issue with them. Dr. Rexanne Struve from Manning, she does a lot of research. We're working on an issue with her, and she will be going with us this year. We always take the Highway 30 Coalition piece with us. Always talk about ag policy, as that is a huge part of who we are. And then also housing tax credits this year. So the Carroll County Growth Partnership keeps striving to do whatever we can to build Carroll County as a regional leader. Fortunately, Carroll County is, we're in a good position. We really are. We're positioned in West Central Iowa, as you know, to be a hub. And a sales tax report is showing in 2024 the real total taxable sales were up 5.6% from 2023, putting us at nearly 322 million in sales, in reportable sales. The closest nearby community to us that's comparable, their real total taxable sales were down a percentage point, and putting them at around 140 million. So I think it really shows that we are certainly that hub, and everything we can do to keep growing that and building on that is very important to West Central Iowa, certainly. I think it really shows how important Carroll and Carroll County is in West Central Iowa, and I think it's important for us to pay attention to that. Hub 712 has some events coming up. September 25th, their Farm Bureau has a program called Journey to Your Vision, and that will be held in Carroll. It is a business development program, so entrepreneurs, business owners can attend that. October 3rd, we have a pitch contest for entrepreneurs that is sponsored by Hub 712, the SBDC, and some private investors. And then August 7th, IEDA will be here presenting their SSBCI program, which is the State Small Business Credit Initiative. They've updated that program, so it is to help small businesses that need collateral assistance. So it's a good program. Looking forward to hearing those updates that have made a meaningful difference in that program for our businesses. So with that, I will entertain any questions you might have. If no questions, but thank you very much for your support and letting me be here this evening.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kimberly.
All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda, which includes the approval of minutes of the August 25th, 2025 meeting and approval of bills and claims. Are there any questions?
So moved.
Okay, Jason moved, Tom seconded for approval. Roll call vote, please.
Dirks?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Schreck?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Atherton?
Yes.
Ordinary?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Okay. Are there any oral requests from the audience, anyone in the audience that would relate to anything that we are not dealing with this evening on our agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to ordinances. We have one, and that's the Carroll City Ordinance, Chapter 69.08 Amendment on Anthony Street. No parking between East and Maple Streets. And Brad?
Thank you, Mayor. This is a request to remove the parking along the south side of Anthony Street from East to Maple. This was a request that was made by St. Anthony Regional Hospital and is to help prepare them for some changes that they're going to have at their campus. The parking in the area is mainly used by St. Anthony employees, and today there's about a dozen cars parked down there, so we'll have to offset some parking there for those employees at other places. I did speak with Eric about this when he came to me. It's been a few months now, and just make sure they were aware that they're going to feed their employees that are going to be losing some parking, but they still wish to move forward with this request. So my recommendation will be to have the discussion in the first reading tonight, and we'll bring it back next meeting and continue that at that point and finish it off. And Eric is here if you guys have any questions. Eric Samuelson from the hospital, if you have any questions for him about this.
Eric, I would have one on this. I drove by today, and there was 17 when I went by. It is a popular place to park, and I know that this is not happening for a while, this move. As long as you're not doing anything in that area, is it possible to just keep it the way it is at least until, because it's a nice place to park?
Sure.
What do you think? And come on up here if you want to talk about it.
No, I think it's a fair question, and a good question, and it is all of our staff that are parking there, and they stay there all day. So no patients or visitors would be affected by this at all. But ultimately, when we're looking at the things that are going to be affected by our hopeful approval of our project is our loading dock. And so we're going to take our first floor loading dock that's kind of by the ambulance entrance, and that's going to have to be relocated for about 2-year period of time. And we've chosen the space to be in between our cafeteria, nursing home, that kind of area over there. And so when we're looking at the number of semis that are going to have to be coming through that street and then backing in, it's really gonna bog down that street for quite a while. So we're just trying to have as much access for them to be backing into that spot as possible. And that project would actually get underway sooner than some of the other projects, so that we can start clearing that out and changing that flow. Is kind of where we're at right now.
So my question would be then, if this is just gonna be a temporary thing, is there a way that we can just temporarily stop parking there? Because I mean, the ordinance goes forever, if that.
I think permanently, there's, and you can discuss this more, but
Oh,
the
okay.
campus changed permanently, you're gonna probably want no parking in that location.
Oh, because of the loading dock, you're not, so.
Well, so the loading dock is like phase one. That's why we're wanting it now instead of maybe down the road a little bit.
Okay.
The second phase that was coming to this is actually we're trying to change it's our driveway area there into more of a one-way. And that would affect some safety issues that we have coming out of our first floor parking garage entrance right now. Coming traffic from both ways, it's kind of a tight entrance exit. So we're trying to add an additional entrance, and then that would just be an exit in a one-way. And in order for us to facilitate that one-way,
You're gonna tell you just at 2 years, and I hate doing ordinances, 'cause it
I'm
lasts
with you.
forever, so, yeah,
Yep.
no, you're good, man. Thank you.
Yep, good questions.
Okay, so you would be thinking you would start work there within the month then, in other words?
Yeah, so I think what we're just wanting to get this approval to at least started, so that then we know our plan of action is.
Yeah, right, then my concern would be if we pass this ordinance on a first reading, we still have to have 2 more readings to get this taken care of. So
Correct.
would we be getting it done in time for you if?
Yes, no, that's fine. That's why I
Okay.
wanted to get it early and you guys
Okay.
have been great to work with. So, yeah, no, that's fine.
All right. Any other questions about this for Mr. Samuelson? All right, thank you for your time. All right, let's see, I've got to turn my page just a moment. Okay, I'd look for a motion to approve the first reading of the ordinance change.
Second.
Who, Tom, did you?
Yeah.
And Jason seconded it. This is for the first reading. Roll call vote, please.
Shrek?
Yes.
Dirks?
Yes.
Bornero?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Atherton?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
All right, very good, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I really wanted to ask Randy about this again, since I've hit you twice in a row. That should have been Brad, and I was gonna keep this tradition going, but I let it go for now. We have no resolutions this evening, no reports this evening. Committee reports we all know about. Comments from the mayor, I have one today, and that is that since we have plenty of time, I went to the pancake breakfast out at the airport this weekend, and I sat with a gentleman that was from Nemaha. He was a farmer. He had his own plane. It was a 60-year-old Piper Cherokee. I started talking with him, and I just thought I'd find out what he thought of the airport. So I said, "What do you think of Carroll's airport?" And he said, I'm going to get this as close as I can because it impressed me. He said, "This is the best airport and the best managed airport," which I thought was important that he also added managed. So compliments to Don that's out there working on this. Best managed airport for 100 miles around. And he said that he comes to this every time because he enjoys it and things are terrific. And I just wanted to pass that on because I think it's good to know that people from the outside of the community, when they see things in the community and are impressed with it, I want us to know it and I want the public to know that as well, that at least this person was impressed with it. I never heard anybody negative about it, say anything negative. Anybody else? Anything from city council? No comments from city manager?
Just a reminder that you should have gotten an email from Rick Hunsaker regarding the Region 12 County Roundtable. That's where we do get a lot of discussion about different programs. Glidden has a sidewalk program that's actually a pretty interesting thing on how they help fund sidewalks, replacement of sidewalks, stuff like that. So I would encourage everybody to look at that email and then register to go to that meeting. It is September 24th over in Glidden this time. So just FYI. And that's all I have.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Oh, boy. Jason? Tom, you seconded it.
I did.
Roll call,
Jumped the
please.
gun on me.
Bauer?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Bornero?
Yes.
Atherton?
Yes.
Dirks?
Yes.
Shrek?
Yes.
We are adjourned.